Good evening, Belize. It's Monday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Here's what we're following tonight. Belize's BPO industry is under the microscope as business owners raise the alarm about a surge in credit card scams. A brutal machete and knife attack in Belize City leaves a woman fighting for her life and her former partner in custody. Plus, the 2026 legal year officially opened today with all the traditional ceremony and pageantry. And in the north, there's a sense of renewed hope as Orange Walk kicks off a new sugar crop after a tough year for the industry. Also tonight, the People's United Party marks 75 years as a political force in Belize. We'll have these stories and more after the break. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
You're all set. I'll swap out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome back. Concerns are growing tonight over Belize's BPO industry as yet another private company has come forward saying it's been hit by a sophisticated credit card scam that's cost them thousands. What's even more alarming is that all signs point to the scheme originating from within the sector itself. The situation has now grabbed the attention of the Prime Minister, who confirms that a formal investigation is already in motion. And as more affected businesses speak out, the true scale of the problem is coming into focus, raising major questions about data security, accountability, and the stability of one of the country's biggest employers. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
The business process outsourcing sector remains under serious scrutiny tonight. A second private company has now stepped forward, publicly revealing it has lost thousands of dollars to an elaborate credit card scam, one that appears to trace right back to the BPO industry. And now Prime Minister John Briceño is weighing in, confirming that a formal investigation is underway into an industry that employs thousands of Belizeans. The revelation is raising fresh questions about oversight, data security, and just how deep this problem really goes.
It is unfortunate that this is something that happens all over the world in these BPOs, where people have to give their personal information. And it's unfortunate some of our employees in these BPOs are scamming. It's a criminal act. I can't tell you to the extent of the investigation is going on, but there's an investigation going on.
We've reported that some BPO employees have been bypassing their company's PCI rules, sneaking their phones into workstations, and secretly capturing customers' sensitive information. They then go after private businesses that rely on mobile apps. The proprietors of popular ticketing app QuickPass are speaking out.
QuickPass has been around for some time now, but more popularly for the last 2 years or so, we have really ramped up. A lot of promoters have been using the QuickPass app for their functions, like for sports, concerts, clubs. You name it, QuickPass has been serving the public.
QuickPass says more than $30,000 in fraudulent credit card purchases were made on its app over 2 years. The company has handed over detailed data to police, and here's what it shows. In early 2024, the Belize International Music and Food Festival, billed as the year's biggest concert, became a prime target. QuickPass logged over 40 chargeback purchases for VIP tickets, each worth $175. All of them were made with the same stolen Chase Bank card. The scammer then resold those tickets at a discount. We asked whether any of those transactions linked back to BPO employees.
We are suspecting that some of these purchases came from those cards.
And it doesn't stop with that concert. The same scammer using a fake identity with the last name Atieno also bought tickets for a string of other events. That includes semi-pro basketball games in Belize City, 6 tickets to the Ultimate Glow Foam Bash in Corozal, and seats for a regional boxing match. Altogether, another $10,000 in fraudulent purchases. In a separate case, QuickPass traced stolen credit card use to a U.S. cardholder named Myers and even identified a suspect. That information was sent to investigators, but nothing came of it.
So what we did, we updated the security protocol on QuickPass, where every single transaction that goes through QuickPass in the background has to be verified and authenticated. And if that transaction has the least bit of suspicion, the system flags it and the purchase does not go through.
Since upgrading the security system on its ticketing app, QuickPass has been able to automatically detect and block these fraudulent purchases, protecting event promoters and their business interests. It is important to note that while this investigation points to employees within the sector, the BPO industry is primarily made up of law-abiding citizens, a point Prime Minister Briceño emphasizes and Fairweather reiterates.
What people need to realize and understand that whatever actions taken now can have some severe consequences, because, once it is flagged that this specific BPO are compromising people's information, you know how that works. It's just one person starts complaining after the other, and what would happen? These BPOs would close down. People are out of a job. So, yeah, man, it's really serious, really serious.
As a government, we have the responsibility to ensure that we can keep these companies here and to be able to protect their interests, because their interest is our interest. We want our young people to be able to have a job. So we're working on that, and certainly with the financial, the FIU, intelligence unit, we will continue to work on that.
Prime Minister John Briceño is set to meet with top officials in his ministry to map out stronger security measures for the sector. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
We reached out to the Belize BPO Association for comment, but have yet to receive an official response. A late-night outing turned violent outside a Belize City nightclub early Friday morning, ending with shots being fired, multiple arrests, and 2 illegal firearms taken off the streets. Police say the shooting unfolded just after 3 o'clock along Newtown Barracks, prompting an immediate response after officers heard gunfire in the area. Investigators say their swift response led to the detention of 4 people, 3 men and 1 woman, now facing firearm charges. 2 vehicles were intercepted during the investigation, and police recovered a .38 revolver, a 9mm pistol, expended shells, and live ammunition. Assistant Superintendent of Police Stacey Smith outlines how the incident unfolded and what officers discovered during the operation.
Guadalupe Escalante, 28 years of age, a Belizean laborer of Raccoon Street, and Kenyon Mascal, a 19 years of age Belize City, were jointly charged for the offense of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. Both of these individuals were charged separately for discharging firearm in public. The other individuals who were arrested were Norman Grant, 20 years of age and unemployed of Amara Avenue, and Sherry Card, 31 years of age, a Belizean laborer of Tiger Street, who were both jointly charged for the offense of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. The investigation commenced on the aforementioned date and time when officers were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired on Newtown Barracks. The officers responded and a vehicle of interest was identified, being a red Kia Soul. A search was conducted on that vehicle, which resulted in the discovery of 1.38 revolver, 5 expended shells, and 24 live rounds of .38 ammunition. Mascal and Escalante were charged for the firearm-related offenses in relation to this discovery. The investigators were aware that a second vehicle was involved in this incident, having reviewed footages from Police Control Room and Fusion Center, and at about 1:45 p.m. on 16 January 2026, GI3 personnel, having gathered intel and conducted a covert surveillance, intercepted a black Ford Escape on Tiger Street, believed to be the second vehicle that was involved in the incident. On board that vehicle were Grant and Card, and a search of that vehicle resulted in the discovery of a black in color 9mm Taurus brand pistol and a magazine containing 4 live rounds of 9mm ammunition.
Just for clarity, is there any information on what led up to the shooting incident?
What we have gathered so far is that there was some dispute at the business establishment.
Police in Belize City are looking into yet another shooting, this one targeting a 25-year-old man who was ambushed while walking along Euphrates Avenue on Friday night. Officers on patrol rushed toward the sound of gunfire, and a short while later, the victim showed up at the Precinct 1 police station asking for help. Tonight, he's in stable condition, while investigators comb through surveillance footage and search for the 2 masked gunmen behind the attack.
Police are investigating the shooting of 25-year-old Justin Gentle, which occurred on Friday, 16 January 2026 at about 8:30 p.m. Officers on patrol were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired in the vicinity of Euphrates Avenue, and an injured Mr. Gentle visited the Precinct 1 police station and reported that he was shot. The officers rendered assistance to Mr. Gentle, and he was ferried to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital for medical attention. Mr. Gentle is listed in a stable condition. What the investigators have learned so far is that Mr. Gentle was walking on Euphrates Avenue when 2 male persons who wore hoodies and face covering fired several shots, which resulted in his injury. The investigators have retrieved several pieces of video footages which have yielded useful information, and those information are now being pursued.
Is Mr. Gentle cooperating?
A night of drinking turned into a bloodbath in Belize City, leaving a woman fighting for her life and her former partner in police custody. Just after midnight on Sunday, police rushed to a residence on Central American Boulevard following reports that a woman had been brutally stabbed and was being rushed to the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital. When officers arrived, they found 36-year-old Samira Gentle lying unconscious on a bed, her body bearing multiple chops and stab wounds. ASP Stacey Smith says no charges have been brought so far because the perpetrator was unable to cooperate with police at the time.
Police were alerted via the control room that a stabbing occurred at the residence and that the female, namely Miss Gentle, was being rushed to the hospital for medical attention. The investigators proceeded to both the location of the incident as well as the hospital. At the location of the incident, it was processed by scenes of crime technicians. Items of evidential material were retrieved. What we have learned so far in the course of this investigation is that Gentle was at the residence on Central American Boulevard when a dispute arose which escalated into a physical confrontation which resulted in her injury. Police have detained one person of interest as a part of this ongoing investigation.
Are charges expected to be levied on this individual, or is this individual making any counterclaim?
The last I heard in relation to this situation is that she was not in a state to provide information as she was intoxicated. However, as more information is learned, that will be shared to the police.
And any update on the condition of the victim?
She is still listed in a critical condition.
An innocent bystander is recovering from gunshot wounds after brazen gunfire erupted in Dangriga over the weekend, highlighting rising fears about gang violence spreading into public spaces. The shooting happened early Saturday evening near a busy fish shed along Riverside Street, an area frequented by residents and workers. Police say the victim, 34-year-old fisherman Burchell Baltazar, was not the intended target, but was struck when gunmen opened fire from a motorcycle before fleeing the scene. Investigators are now combing through surveillance footage as they work to identify those responsible.
Police are investigating a shooting incident which resulted in the injury of Burchell Baltazar, a 34-year-old Belizean fisherman of Wagirale area, Dangriga town. The investigation commenced on Saturday, 17 January 2026 at approximately 6:15 p.m. when officers in that jurisdiction were alerted of shots being fired near the fish shed on the south of Riverside Street in Dangriga town. Checks were made at that location and the scene was processed, and the officers visited the Southern Regional Hospital where Mr. Baltazar was observed with apparent gunshot wounds. What we know so far is that two male persons on board a motorcycle went to that location and fired shots towards that area, which resulted in the injury of Baltazar. Mr. Baltazar is not believed to have been the intended target in this incident, and the investigators have retrieved a number of video footage which are being reviewed with a view to furthering this investigation.
Coming up, Budna case heats up as PC Gabriel Pao pushes back. More when we return.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Welcome to a new era of civil registration in Belize. Introducing new digital services through the Civil Registry and Vital Statistics System, CRVS. This transformation is designed to make accessing vital records faster, easier, more efficient, and more affordable for all Belizeans. You can access vital records needed for business, travel, healthcare, and other needs. If you prefer face-to-face assistance, our friendly and efficient staff are here to help. The CRVS now offers both e-certificates and paper certificates. The CRVS is designed for all Belizeans, from government officials to professionals, from rural communities to our migrant population. The new CRVS, digitally connecting citizens to all vital statistics services. To learn more, visit our website and start using the CRVS today.
This year, Belize felt more connected than ever. We stood with the moments that shape us, our culture, our youth, our stories. And we lifted young dreams even higher, powered by advancement and possibility. Everywhere, Belize is growing, and as the nation evolves, so does the way we connect. This year, Belize showed its light, and we were honored to drive innovation across the country. As we look ahead, our promise is simple: to unite communities, nurture dreams, and continue leading Belize's digital transformation. From our Digi family to yours, wishing you a bright and prosperous 2026.
Happy New Year!
Kayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Kayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Kayo. Visit us today or call to schedule an appointment. Your future starts here.
It's me. My data done and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Police are responding to public concerns tonight after an American businessman was briefly detained at the Philip Gosen International Airport over the weekend when security scanners detected a firearm in his luggage. Authorities say the man claimed he forgot the weapon was inside, and following background checks and consultation with U.S. officials, police chose to exercise discretion in the case. News 5 questioned whether police have any discretion at all in a case where the law clearly mandates Supreme Court bail. Here's how ASP Stacey Smith explained the decision.
As it relates to the inquiry, I can confirm that indeed an American national was discovered with a firearm on Saturday at the airport. What I have been advised is that the American national, a businessman, when he had surrendered himself up to the scanning that occurs at the airport, the officers there discovered the firearm. He was placed in detention and he immediately stated that he was not aware that the firearm was there. It was a oversight on his part. A thorough check was done in relation to the background of this individual via Interpol. Communications were made with the U.S. Embassy, where it was learned that he was not a person of interest in any situation. A decision was made to release him and confiscate the firearm by way of an exercise of a discretion. Now, given that by all indications, I don't believe someone would present themselves to a scanning knowing that they have with them a firearm. The story that he provided was one that was feasible. He was cautioned and reprimanded, and he was allowed to leave. What I will also say is that this individual came into the country on a private flight, I think just a day before, to conduct business.
But does police have authority to exercise such discretion in terms of a law that is definitely broken?
There is room for the exercise of discretion. Police officers have been exercising discretion for quite some time.
Police in Orange Walk have charged 24-year-old Darnell Valentine for drug possession with intent to supply after he was allegedly caught discarding a bag containing cocaine during a late-night patrol. According to investigators, the incident unfolded just after midnight on Progress Street, where officers say the suspect attempted to throw away the package as they approached. A search of the area later confirmed it contained several small packets of suspected cocaine. Here's how ASP Stacey Smith outlined the arrest.
Orange Walk police have formally arrested and charged Darnell Valentine, a 24-year-old laborer of Half Moon, Key Street, Orange Walk Town, for the offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. The arresting officer reported that at 12:15 a.m. on 17 January 2026, he was on patrol on Progress Street when his attention was drawn to a male person who was observed throwing away a bag. The bag, when inspected and weighed, was found to contain 2.2 grams of suspected cocaine consisting of 4 small packets.
Police in Orange Walk have charged a 22-year-old man after an alleged drug bust at a nightclub late Saturday night. Officers say the arrest followed suspicious behavior that caught the attention of police who were on duty at the establishment. Investigators report that a search of the suspect uncovered suspected cocaine packaged, believed to be for distribution, leading to charges of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. Police also allege the accused attempted to mislead officers by providing a false name during his detention. Assistant Superintendent of Police Stacey Smith has the details.
Orange Walk Police have formally arrested and charged Henry Mojica, a 22-year-old laborer of August Pine Ridge Village in the Orange Walk District, for the offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. This arrest follows a search that was conducted on Mojica on Saturday, 17 January 2026 at 11:30 p.m. The arresting officer reported that whilst conducting duties at a nightclub in that jurisdiction, the conduct of Mojica arose suspicion on the part of that officer, and when Mojica was searched, 2 transparent plastic bags containing suspected cocaine was found in his hand, and as a consequence of this, he was charged for possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply, and the suspected cocaine weighed a total of 1.7 grams. Mojica was additionally charged for mischievous act, given that when he was detained, he provided a fictitious name to police.
Police in Belize City have arrested a 17-year-old minor after a search warrant at his home led to the discovery of a substantial quantity of suspected cocaine. Officers say the teen attempted to hide the drugs as they entered the property, but the package was quickly recovered during the search. The minor has since been charged with possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply.
Police have formally arrested and charged a 17-year-old male minor of Farbers Road, Belize City, for the offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. The arrest of this minor was as a consequence of the execution of a search warrant for drugs at his residence at approximately 3:00 p.m. on Friday, 16 January 2026. The arresting officer reported that upon entering the premises with a view to executing the search warrant, he observed the minor running alongside the side of the house and placing a transparent bag into a closed basket. The basket was searched in the presence of the minor and the adult that was present, and this led to the discovery of a transparent plastic bag containing suspected cocaine, which when weighed at the point of processing amounted to 63.96 grams of suspected cocaine.
On Friday, the attorneys for Police Constable Gabriel Pau fired back at Commissioner of Police Richard Rosado, issuing a sharply worded statement that's turning up the heat in the Budna investigation. Pau maintains he was pressured into giving a false statement, and now his legal team is blasting the commissioner for what they call a disingenuous appeal for officers to come forward. According to them, Rosado isn't seeking the truth. They accuse him of suppressing evidence and twisting the narrative instead of allowing an independent investigation to move forward. Back in December, Prime Minister John Bersenio revealed that Cabinet was discussing how Belize could bring in an independent investigator for the case. Today, we asked him where that process stands.
If Officer Pau is making those allegations, then he needs to go to the DPP. And that's his right. And he has, I think, not only a moral but a legal responsibility to go to the DPP. I think he should stop, just hurling these accusations. He either step up or shut up. And I don't know him. He tried to meet with me. I was unable to meet with him, but I would rather stay away from these things, go to the DPP. Now, this is on the issue of setting up something, an independent type of investigation in Belize. That is in the hands of the Attorney General. It's a long process to be able to learn, to ensure that we can do it, that whatever laws we do, that it is going to be done and that it can be managed properly, because we might not do it, the next government might not do it, the third government for now might not use it for political victimization. But who knows in the future, you can never tell. we have to ensure that we have the proper safeguards, that when this is in place, it can only be done for serious investigations that are needed, such as the one, as you claim, with the investigation.
After the break, Belize's judiciary opens 2026 legal year. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service. Borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
When working with sheetrock, you need screws that give you quick penetration for a speedy, stable installation. Best Screws, fast frame and fast finish drywall screws are specifically designed for you. Engineered by Best Manufacturing, Best Screws makes every job faster and easier. These screws offer reliable performance with a superior hold. You also save money due to Best Screws affordability. They are cheaper than the leading brands. Get the job done quickly without compromising on strength. For all your drywall installations, get Best Screws Fast Frame and Fast Finish. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
The legal community gathered in Belize City this morning to officially usher in the 2026 High Court legal year, an annual tradition that mixes ceremony, reflection, and a renewed pledge to uphold justice. As always, the day began with a church service, setting a solemn tone before the customary procession. The Guard of Honor and the Belize Defense Force Band led the way, signaling the formal start of the new judicial calendar. Paul Lopez was on the ground for the opening ceremony, and he filed the following report.
The 2026 legal year officially opened this morning with a church service at St. John's Cathedral.
One God, now and forever.
After the mass, the ceremonial procession made its way from the church down Regent Street, wrapping up right in front of the High Court. Leading the procession was Chief Justice Louis Blenman, flanked by Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado, setting a dignified tone as the legal year officially got underway. After the service and procession, lawyers and judges gathered in the courtroom, where Chief Justice Blenman delivered her address. She highlighted the successes of the 2025 legal year and outlined plans to keep transforming the judiciary, noting major gains in the administration of criminal justice.
In the criminal division, our focus and collaborative approach has produced transformative results in the administration of criminal justice. I am pleased to report that last year, we continued to achieve exceptional success in advancing our criminal justice reform initiatives. Long-standing backlogs are firmly behind us. Case disposition rates have improved, and long-standing dissonance has been significantly mitigated among justice sector stakeholders.
In his remarks, Attorney General Anthony Sylvester commended the High Court for its work over the past year, acknowledging the significant case reductions and the judiciary's stride towards modernization. He restated the government's promise to keep investing in infrastructure, training, and staff for the judiciary.
So, Madam Chief Justice, there is much we in Belize are to be proud of. And of course, Madam Chief Justice, with the vigilance of the judiciary and stakeholders, much more is expected to be achieved in this new legal year. All these gains, of course, could not have been achieved without the invaluable work of you, Madam Chief Justice, the senior courts, the members of the bar, the DPP's office, and so many others who make up the apparatus of the legal system. And for this, the government of Belize expresses its debt of gratitude.
President of the Bar Association, William Lindo Jr., echoed support for the judiciary's direction. Lindo pointed to better court efficiency, quicker resolution of cases, and wider use of court-connected mediation.
We have entered an era where technology is no longer optional. It is foundational. We cannot sit idly by as Luddites. Courts and legal systems globally have embraced digital transformation in an effort to complement and enhance the delivery of justice, but not meant to replace the human element. Belize cannot afford to be left behind, especially with the gains we have made so far. E-filing, digitalization of court records, ready access to judgments, and resources are no longer conveniences. They are necessities which are integral to transparency, accessibility, and efficiency in the operation of our justice system.
As Belize enters a new legal year, the message from the bench, bar, and government is unified. The justice system is evolving, and the work continues to make it stronger and more responsive to the needs of the Belizean people. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
At the opening of the High Court today, reporters pulled Attorney General Anthony Sylvester aside to get an update on the government's proposed move to freeze telecom rates. You'll remember just last week, Prime Minister John Briceño said his administration is working on a statutory instrument that would lock in phone and internet prices for a year, while merger talks between BTL and Smart continue. Well, according to the AG, his office hasn't received any formal instructions yet on that SI. Sylvester added that the proposed BTL buyout is expected to get a full airing when Cabinet meets on Tuesday.
So we act on instructions. So a particular ministry may have an issue. So maybe we need to have a legislation that deals with environmental matter, fiscal matter, land matter, education. And so we would receive drafting instructions, and we would draft a rule or a statutory instrument or a law based on that instruction, of course, to ensure that it complies and it comports with the Constitution and other prevailing laws and international obligations. We haven't been provided with any request for anything, so I can't speak to what you're speaking about.
The PM said they would move to do
But
that by this week.
but what I can say is that this matter relating to BTL telemedia, that will be discussed at Cabinet tomorrow. Cabinet has not had the benefit of discussing this matter, so I would not wish to comment any further until we've had an opportunity as a Cabinet to be able to look at the matter collectively.
How does the Prime Minister, as Prime Minister, take part in such discussions, given that it's his family who part owns Smart?
So the discussion will take place tomorrow at Cabinet, and we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Your question presupposes that the Prime Minister will may take part in the discussion tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what will take place tomorrow, and I can't wager a guess as what will take place tomorrow. And again, I don't want to go down I don't want to go down what could eventually be a rabbit hole.
As we previously reported, the 13th Amendment is officially off the table. Following nationwide consultations, the Bersenio administration has opted not to proceed with the constitutional change as a strategy to combat crime. However, questions remain about whether certain elements of the proposal, such as the establishment of a gun court, might still be introduced through regular legislation. That matter is still under discussion, and according to Attorney General Sylvester, the final decision rests with Parliament.
The Ministry of Home Affairs and the AG's ministry, we are in consultation in considering this matter. So a final product hasn't been determined as yet as it relates to what will be the next step and whether that will be an amendment to the criminal code or the Crime Control and Criminal Justice Act or whatever the case. We haven't decided on that as yet. And so until we've made a decision, a firm decision, I would prefer to not comment any further. But suffice it to say, what we all know, that the 13th Amendment or the parts of the 13th Amendment, those will no longer be pursued. No?
The entire thing will no longer be pursued.
Well, there were different aspects or different parts of the 13th Amendment, as you're aware, no? But again, that is a decision that ultimately would have to be decided by the House Committee and as well the parliamentarians. No?
So you mean that the gun court aspect can be dealt with regular law?
Well, again, so those are things that will have to be finalized and a product ultimately will be put to the Belizean public. Again, no?
On Friday, we told you about social activist Jerry Enriquez taking the Judicial and Legal Services Commission to court. You'll recall that late last year, the JLSC threw out his complaint. But Enriquez insists that the commission got it wrong. He says the evidence he presented was detailed, compelling, and should never have been dismissed. So he applied to the High Court for permission to challenge that decision, and he got the green light. With that approval in hand, the case is now moving forward. Today, we asked Attorney General Anthony Sylvester for his take on the brewing legal fight. He offered a bit of context, noting that this isn't the first time the JLSC has been brought before the courts.
You've actually had a matter that went all the way to the CCJ, where there was a challenge to the Judicial and Legal Services Commission decision relating to then Justice of Appeal, Awich. So the Bar Association had brought a complaint against Justice Awich, claiming that he ought to have been removed from office for misbehavior. The misbehavior that they alleged at the time was that he did not complete his judgment within time, and so that would have amounted to misbehavior. It didn't pass the first stage at the JLSC. There was appeal, and the matter eventually went all the way to the CCJ. So, short answer to your question, no, this is not the first time.
When we return, sugarcane season opens with high hopes for successful harvest.
me. My data done and I really need to get my ADA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
The 2026 sugar crop officially kicked off today, and it did so with celebration. Farmers, industry leaders, and government officials gathered at the Belize Sugar Industry Compound in Tower Hill Orange Walk to mark the start of the new season. Now, if you remember last year, 2025 was a tough one for the sugar industry. Fusarium disease ravaged fields, wiping out large portions of the crop. And on top of that, heavy, prolonged rains made it almost impossible to repair the roads needed to transport cane to the factory. So yes, the season is getting underway a little later than usual. But despite that slow start, officials are optimistic. They say the industry is bouncing back and could once again hit that 1 million ton mark this year. News 5's Brittany Gordon was in Tower Hill today and tells us more.
Belize's 2025-2026 sugarcane season is getting a late start after a rough year for growers. Farmers and industry leaders gathered today to launch the new crop, despite months of setback from Fusarium disease that devastated fields in the north. BSI's general manager, Mac McLachlan, says recovery is still underway, but he's confident the industry is moving in the right direction.
We're not back to where we need to be. We are very grateful to the government of Belize for supporting an immediate intervention on Fusarium. Fusarium is a disease that affects cane. It stunts its growth. It prevents it from developing properly. The government very, very quickly put in $3 million of support that enabled us to spray 54,000 acres of cane land with pesticides that are going to help to reduce that fungicides, I should say, beg your pardon. And beyond that, we saw cane developing and growing again, but we're expecting more cane this year than we had last year. Last year was a low. We had 900,000 tons. This mill has milled 1.3 million tons in the past, and that's where we want to get back to. But we're reckoning we'll be perhaps a shade over 1 million tons.
Beyond the ongoing battle against Fusarium, another major challenge encountered by farmers was climate change. Heavy rains left sugar roads in terrible shape, making it hard to harvest crops. According to chairperson of the Corozal Sugarcane Farmers Association, the industry is recovering thanks to strong cooperation among farmers, the government, and the mill.
The government, especially Minister Osmond, also the Prime Minister, we have had various, before crop, have had various meetings, right? Trying to out the little fires out there before they get bigger, for us to have a fruitful crop, and also looking after you harvest the cane, right, which will be the husbandry that we will be giving to the raccoons, right, when they start to grow back. So it is very important, and with the help of the government, yes, there have been some monies allocated for that, and also we need to recognize the cane farmer himself has invested a little bit in trying to fight off the Fusarium.
A key change this year is a stronger push towards crop diversification, with farmers and the government investing in more resilient cane varieties that can produce higher sugar yields. Prime Minister John Briceño shared his commitment to the industry's success.
Talking is cheap. It's about the actions and what you do. The first thing I did was to put the Ministry of Sugar under my responsibility to be able to demonstrate how serious we are about this industry, and then had Dr. Osmond Martinez as the Minister of State. He to be able to deal on a daily basis on some of the issues. To be able then immediately I took on the Commission of Inquiry report and said, okay, let's work with the farmers and the association and BSI to be able to come up with a plan. They come up with a plan which calls for a $120 million investment. It's an investment going to be over time. When we were informed about the serious challenge about Fusarium, we immediately found $3 million to be able to invest. And that, by doing that, instead of the sugar industry continue the productivity go down, it has increased, and we expect that we're going to reach the 1 million ton.
In 2024, Belize set a record sugarcane price at $90.95 per ton. This took a sharp decline the following year. Salvador Martin, chairperson of the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, explains that farmers have been hard at work amidst the challenges to get by, but he remains positive that the industry will begin to see positive trends soon.
We are starting with the initiative that BSI sent us the 5303 is the first estimate for status crop, but then we have a good feeling. Like I said, the can look and the look positive, look good. The testing is looking better than last year. We hope that with this year we have, with all the challenges, we're going to expect with a better price this year. That is the feeling that we have, but we don't know until things happen. At this moment, that is the sentiment that we have.
Belizeans can also expect a sugar price increase this year, with the official announcement coming soon. Minister of State Dr. Osman Martinez says adjustment is vital for the industry's recovery.
That again will help to put more money within the pockets of the farmers, but also it will help in reducing contraband, because when the price of sugar is lower on our neighboring countries such as Guatemala and Mexico, then we end up subsidizing that market. And our farmers are not making that, it's not like their operational cost is higher than the selling price. It's actually it's at the contrary, they were at a deficit.
Farmers are also encouraged to participate in individual testing, which allows them to assess the quality of the crop and receive rewards for higher produce. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Michael and Melita Feinstein have now taken their stake bank fight overseas straight to London's High Court. The couple has filed a lawsuit in the commercial court against Honduran national Guillermo Bueso Onderi, accusing him of using his influence over Atlantic Bank to derail their multi-million-dollar cruise port project. According to Feinstein's, Bueso orchestrated breaches of fiduciary duty, seized financial control, and even pushed for the wrongful appointment of a receiver. Moves they say cost them their shares and ultimately forced them out of the Stake Bank development. Atlantic Bank has denied those allegations in the past. Today we asked Prime Minister John Bersenio for his reaction as the high-stakes legal battle continues.
I am only aware of what I saw on the press. As you know, Mr. Feinstein, it's a private transaction, and so as such, then he feels that if he may need to go to London to take out a lawsuit there, then that's up to him. It's his right as a citizen to be able to take out a lawsuit or do whatever it is, as long as he's acting within the law.
The government is tapping the brakes for now on plans to create a scarlet macaw sanctuary in the Maya Mountains near Red Bank Village. Residents pushed back hard during a consultation last week, and the proposal was flatly rejected. But the idea isn't dead. Minister of Sustainable Development Orlando Hebet believes that with more dialogue and clearer communication, the community could eventually come on board. And today, Prime Minister John Bersenio echoed that same optimism, saying the conversation with residents is far from over.
Minister Hebet has not given us an update on that matter. But I do believe that setting up a sanctuary for the scarlet macaw is very important. And I believe that with proper communication, a proper discussion, and discussions with where you can meet the villagers and with the respect, and to make the case why it is important and how they can benefit. I believe if we do that, I think we can be able to convince them that is in the interest of everyone to have a sanctuary for the scarlet macaw.
Homeowners are facing higher property taxes this year after the Belize City Council approved the first increase to property valuations in more than a decade. City Hall says the tax adjustment, set at roughly 18%, is necessary to bring property values in line with current market conditions and to ensure the council can continue funding essential services. Officials say that while the increase looks high on paper, incentives like the 15% early payment discount could have many residents paying much less overall. The change takes effect this year, marking the first major revision since 2013. But the move has sparked concern among Belizeans, already feeling stretched by rising costs of living. Now, even elected leaders are calling for more dialogue before changes are fully implemented. Here's Fort George Area Representative Henry Charles Usher.
So I think that it's something that certainly we need to have more consultations with households, with businesses in terms of looking at these different, the trade license certainly and the property tax. I haven't had that many complaints come to me from the area, but I know overall it's something that people are worried about, and we want to have that discussion with the mayor and with the city council team.
The People's United Party kept its 75th anniversary celebrations going today with a splash of color and creativity. A lively art exhibit opened at Independence Hall, the party's Queen Street headquarters, showcasing vibrant pieces that honor the PUP's history and legacy. The PUP at 75 art exhibit gives visitors a quick, vivid look at 3/4 of a century of Belize's political and social history. From the party's founding in 1950 to the fight for self-government, the push for independence, and its role in nation building. Curated by Niche, the display brings together rare photos, memorabilia, and artistic takes on key moments in Belize's story. Students and supporters have been stopping in to reflect on the legacy of one of the country's oldest political institutions. Here's PUP Secretary General Colette Montejo with more on what the exhibit showcases.
What is depicted here are different aspects of the party from 1950 through to 1964 roughly, which are leading up to self-government, from self-government to independence, from independence to the 1998 when we started the new revolution under the People's United Party under the leadership of Prime Minister Said Musa. And then that ran us up to roughly about 2008. And then we went into opposition. And we also covered the opposition period when Honorable John Briceño, along with Honorable Francis Fonseca, rebuilt the People's United Party. And then from 2020 up to date with the returning to government and with the renewed vision of Plan Belize. We'll be having images of those who supported George Price, who stood by him and by the party through these 75 years. They'll be depicted on the screen. So that's what we are doing, and so I want to thank Niche for putting all this together. This was a lot of work. We'll have staff from Niche here during the course of the day to walk them through the exhibit, and we'll ask them to sign the guest book.
Up next, canoe racing and elite basketball are back.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Marasme, my take a dog and I really need to get my adder out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we're powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Sports Monday. I am Paul Lopez. It's the start of a new year in the athletic calendar, and canoe paddlers are back on the river, months ahead of the La Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge. This weekend, 24 teams participated in the Belize Canoe Association's Boom to Manatee Lookout Canoe Race under overcast skies and rain. Paddlers took off at exactly 10 a.m. on Sunday morning from Burrelboom Village. Within a minute, one team found themselves in some trouble after tipping over. But the race must go on. 1 hour later, one team emerged in the lead along the river in Lord's Bank. That team was packed on track. A canoe manned by 3 seasoned paddlers. 2 minutes later, 2 other canoes were spotted on the chase, pursuing the lead team. An hour and a half into the race, packed on track was seen maintaining their lead as they made their way across the finish line. They were followed by Exos School Supplies in second place and Black Orchid in third place. We spoke with members of the winning team following their victory for the 2026 canoe racing calendar.
Me good cause you start to feel fresh and then you feel like you go and leave more. But I'm a nicely weather. It all comes to the workout that we put in, right? We shallow a lot. We practice a lot on shallow waters. So when we come out here to deep waters, we just hold a pace and maintain that.
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks again to our sponsors, Pact and Truck Solution. But this year, Pact approached us and wanted to be in the Ruta Maya this year. Wanted to have a team, so they contacted us and they said they want to have a team, and that's how we got Pact as a team.
And from the Rivers Rapids to the courtside at the Belize City Civic Center, the National Elite Basketball League is back. After coming to an abrupt halt in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, the league hosted an official launching ceremony to open a new season. Notably, Belize basketball has seen 2 semi-pro basketball leagues emerge since then. Today we heard from the organizers of NEBL about what fans can expect. The highlight of the event was the announcement of a $100,000 cash prize for the winning team.
As was mentioned previously, the league will do most of the heavy lifting in terms of paying for venues, the cash prize of $100,000, venue security, medics. So the league will pretty much take care of all those expenses that used to hinder teams from making a profit. So for the first time in the history of sports basketball, that a team could make a profit, because the way we have it is that the teams will be in charge of the bars, the gate, and we would pay most of the operational expenses. So that each team could make a profit.
It's $100,000 across 7 teams across the districts. I think it's every district representation except Punta Gorda. This is the first time, this is a pilot project, and this is something that we plan on expanding across the different disciplines. It's the same plan. We are basically subsidizing everything except the registration costs for each team.
And from basketball, we take you to the football pitch inside the Berger Field, where a couple of back matches were held in the Belize District Regional Under-15 Girls Tournament. In the first back match, Royal Fusion took on Elite FC in a match that saw Fusion dominate. Malia Bladen and Amina Burgess, both of Royal Fusion, scored goals within 3 minutes of each other. Elite FC's Trenley Amaya responded with a goal of her own, but in the end, Fusion declared victory 2-1. And in the second match of the day, Leaders of Tomorrow took on KP Strikers. Leaders of Tomorrow had the Strikers on defense throughout most of the game, scoring a total of 6 goals in 35 minutes. KP Strikers responded with 2 shots on target during the match. In the end, Leaders of Tomorrow won the match 6-2. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.